In this video, we will discuss about fonts. Using a font that is easy to read is important. In HTML, we have one H1 element and one paragraph element. To change the font family of whole web page, select the whole page by body word. Use the font family property. When it comes to web fonts, sans serif fonts are often recommended as they look great on websites. There's a default sans serif font that browsers use if a specific font is not supported. These are called web-safe fonts. Web-safe fonts are fonts that considered safe to use because they are commonly installed on browsers, like Arial, Verdana, Tahoma, Times New Roman, Georgia, and more. Any of them you can use as web-safe. Typically, people list multiple font options as a contingency plan. I'll list 3 fonts as an example. One font I like is Arial. VS Code offers a range of fonts. You can choose from this list, although the selection is limited. In case a browser doesn't support this Arial font, we can write another font just after comma. It may be Verdana and sans serif. The next font on the list will be used. These are web-safe fonts. If you want to explore open source fonts, a great resource is fonts.google.com. You can search for fonts you like. Just click on search bar, and such as AudioWide. Once you find a font, you'll need to link this font in your HTML file. Click on it and then copy the link and paste it in the head section of your HTML document. In this way you can add font to your website. Now, let's apply the font to the heading of our web page. Select the H1 tag, use the font family property, and set it to the desired font, like AudioWide. To be prepared for unsupported fonts, we can list backup options. For example, we can list consoles and sans serif as alternatives. The browser will try to use the first font, and if it's not available, it will move on to the next one. There are more things you can do with fonts. You can make the H1 italic with font style and set it to italic. Change the font weight to bold. To make the text underline, add text decorations like underlines. We have more options to style underline. We can use wavy or dotted. Let's remove it and move further. And even select a color for the text decoration, such as red. Furthermore, you have the flexibility to adjust the font size in VS Code, allowing you to set it to 40 pixels. It's important to note that if you don't set the font size of the font by default is 16 pixels. Another method to specify the font size is by using em. Many developers use em instead of pixels. For instance, if you want to set it to 40 pixels, it would be equivalent to 2.5 em, as 16 pixels is equal to 1 em. Another method to specify the font size is by using VW unit. Let's set it to 10 VW, which means the viewport width. That way the text size will follow the size of the browser. In simple words, to make the text responsive, we can use VW unit. That's it. Now you know how to change and style the font of your web page using CSS. The font combination you choose plays a significant role in your website's user experience. It helps establish your brand identity and impacts how visitors perceive your site. I highly recommend using 2 fonts, avoiding the use of more than 2. You have the freedom to select any font pair that suits your website. Let's take a look on example font pair like Ubuntu for headings and Laura for paragraphs, to improve readability and visual appeal. Unique fonts, such as Ubuntu, draw attention and add a stylish touch, while paragraph fonts like Laura ensure comfortable reading. Combining Ubuntu and LoRa adds variety and enhances the overall visual appeal of your website. Remember, keeping it to 2 fonts creates a cohesive and engaging design. If you found this video helpful, I kindly request your support by liking the video, subscribing to my channel, activating the notification bell for future video updates, and leaving random comments.